Hello, viewers. In this episode, I'll be talking about leadership. Do we need leaders? By leaders, we usually mean political leaders. In a democracy, political leaders are all over, and many people do not think or talk well about them. But the fact of the matter and the reality of life is that leadership is essential. Everybody is a leader in a particular context. Even if you are not leading anyone, you do not have a following, you lead yourself. That is why leadership is critical, and we will have to understand the nuances of leadership, the traits of leadership, and embrace it. As I said, leadership is essential for the growth of oneself, of an institution, a company, or a country. Without leadership, you will be sailing like a rudderless ship, thrown into chaos, and be unable to secure your preferred future. In the 19th century, Thomas Carlyle, a Scottish philosopher, argued that leaders were born, not made. One cannot acquire leadership qualities. Either you have it or not. That is, of course, debatable. In the next century, Frederick Taylor referred to scientific management, the right way to do things, but he did not distinguish between leaders, managers, and workers. At home, Mahatma Gandhi practiced servant leadership and being a change agent. He said, "Be the change that you want to see it in others." There are several autobiographies of so-called great leaders, leadership manuals, multiple traits of leadership in management literature, and the common understanding is that leaders are above the average, taller than others. But can we copy a leader? Follow their personality? No, it never works. You have to depend on yourself, be your own standard. Comparing yourself with others is a self-defeating exercise. You may learn from others, but never copy them. The two-rule formula goes like this. Rule number 1, it's not about you. It's about who you lead, your followers. It is about how you lead them, solve their problems, give them hope, take them where they cannot go by themselves. You need to understand them, their hopes and fears, their needs and aspirations. It is connecting with them emotionally, professionally, and to some extent intellectually. You must communicate at the level they understand. The second rule is just the opposite of rule 1, and that is, it is all about you. You have to lead from the front, be an example. People follow you for what you are and what you do. Nelson Mandela had said, "I could not change others until I changed myself." Lao Tzu, a Chinese philosopher, profoundly said, "Mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is power." Gandhi focused on himself. He said that unless the human beings change, there will be no substantial improvement in the society. However, is the structure. Cicero argued that an enemy is within our gates, which meant we have to clean up our acts. Ego, conflicts, confusion, and chaos must vanish from your intellectual and emotional environment. You need to behave with others as you expect them to do with you. Jesus said, "Do unto others as you would do unto yourself." So viewers, from what I have said so far, I would like to suggest that leadership is preparing your personality and fending for your following. Let me share, as usual, 3 keys to leadership. The first one is initiative. This is the most vital element of leadership. In any given situation, either to generate an idea, to solve a problem, to take a decision, decide on a course of action, the leader must take the initiative. Many people for various reasons, like being an introvert personality, being shy and unsure, no risk taking attitude, they will take no initiative and they are not the leaders. The second key is risk taking. Any act one embarks upon, there is a risk. Decision making involves risk. It is said when you decide, you divide. Those risks have to be calculated and have to be taken. Of course, there should be a mechanism for mitigating the risks as they crop up. You are aware of a familiar saying, no risk, no gain. Anyone averse to taking risk does not qualify to be a leader. And the third key to leadership is problem solving. In any environment that you may work in, there would be various kinds of problems coming up from time to time. Human conflicts, fund crunch, organizational issues, administrative challenges, and so on. A leader must have the capacity to solve the problems, both individual and institutional. Solving a problem of an individual with an advice or in-kind support is really helping the person. It is said that people may forget what you say to them, but they will remember what you do for them. A leader is known by his capacity to help others in multiple ways. I may use an acronym as a toolkit for leadership, that is IRP. Easier to remember as it is an anagram, some kind, for IPR, which is popular intellectual property rights. IRP will stand for initiative, risk-taking, and problem solving. There are lots of leadership traits one can list, and you find in leadership books. All of them will come under these two formula. And some of these are, let me share with you: vision, passion, people connect, communication, goal setting, conflict management, team building, positive thinking, and so on. Out of this long lexicon of leadership, I have taken only 3. Practice them and you will be a leader. So viewers, it is necessary to understand the concept of leadership and the necessity of leadership in our respective lives. All of us have to bite this bullet and go down this road to behave as a leader in any given context. Thank you. See you again.